I'm Angela Ward, and I'm bringing you inside access to innovators and thought leaders that are shaping our area. Asking questions that put issues first and politics second. This is Game Changers. Today I'm interviewing Amy Carter, Deputy Commissioner for Rural Georgia Initiatives. What are some of the issues and challenges that are facing rural Georgia?
Two of the greatest challenges that my team has faced while traveling through rural Georgia are workforce and rural broadband, which includes cell phone coverage within the rural parts of the state.
Okay, so could you explain a little bit more on the workforce? Because I know that is some challenges nationwide with having new companies come into the area with Georgia. So how would you, how is the state going to help that area with new businesses relocating here?
One thing though that rural Georgia deals with is the brain drain, which is where our kids who are growing up in rural parts of the state are leaving to go to college, and they sometimes don't come back. They end up moving to a metro area, and that's where they stay. So the goal is to help communities to become more proactive in trying to get the leaders of their future leaders to come back to the communities in which they grew up. They're absolutely the easiest ones to try to recruit back. So we're trying to work with individual counties and communities to help see that happen.
Basically making it more attractive to come back to their home.
Right. We work on quality of life issues. We know that millennials, I mean, all the different generations are interested in certain quality of life attractions within their communities or the communities in which they grew up, these rural communities that we're working with. So we're looking at ways to help communities work on their downtown areas. Some of them actually have waterways that flow through or possibly lakes within their communities. So we're looking at ways to help them boost up tourism opportunities there so that the younger folks will come back and enjoy that quality of life in which that community has. Another thing that we're doing is we're working with schools and with industries to try to get kids out of the classroom for field trips and go into the industries within those communities.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes, kids who grow up in a community have no idea what's even there, where they can go to work once they graduate from high school and or college. So we make sure that we're trying to emphasize to the industries and to the school systems that they need to make an effort to get those kids out of the system and into the industry so they'll know that there are opportunities there that they never even knew existed.
Now, when you streamline in that system, do you actually go within the school system, or do you have a team that contact the Board of Education to let them know to take their students out to these companies?
Well, I have a team of 3 within our division. We all 3 travel together around the state. We are going county to county and speaking to the key stakeholders in every county. And some people think that, what is rural? How do you define rural?
Absolutely.
It's a difficult question to answer. We have defined it as an underdeveloped area. And within even the metro counties that we all think are metro, there are underserved and underdeveloped areas in which we actually do take an interest in and try to help them also. But back to your question of how do we do that? When we go county to county, and we've now been to 51 counties, and we actually have 5 more this week that we will be traveling through, we meet with the community stakeholders at the table. Oftentimes they do bring the superintendent of schools, they'll bring the president of the higher education institution there in the community, and we talk about education and how we can help get kids back into that community. But with the people at the table, we look at the variety of ways that we can achieve that together.
And I think it's very important to have everyone on one accord within that county, because I think if you have some people that are going in separate directions and they don't know that one vision, I think that it won't come together. And it's about our youth. I really believe that that will drive the community.
Absolutely.
It's about the elementary kids. What are they thinking about? Because they're a lot smarter than, what most people think.
Right.
I think we need to ask that first grader, what did he want to be when he grew up? So if we don't have that in that county available to him, I think that we really need improvement in that area.
the Rural Georgia Initiatives Division, which I'm the Deputy Commissioner of, we are a team of 3, and what our goal is to go into our Georgia counties and to help them become more competitive for the projects that Global Commerce is bringing in. So when I said that we travel around the state, county to county,
Right.
we are sitting down with those stakeholders and talking about their strengths first,
Their issues.
and then their major challenges. And we talk to them about they have to take ownership of their county.
Absolutely.
But we're there to help direct them in ways that they feel are the most challenging to their community. I'm fortunate to have 2 wonderful people who travel with me.
Right.
Taylor is our millennial, and he is the one really coming in and talking more about the quality of life issues. He talks about things that he's 24, so he's talking about things that the younger generation are looking for in a community. And then I have Chris with me also. He has his undergrad and his master's in agriculture economics, and his focus is more on the agriculture component, which is the #1 industry in the state of Georgia. So we build a lot upon our agriculture within our rural counties.
And speaking on agriculture, what things are you helping the farmers? What are some of the issues that they are concerned with? And especially recently we had the hurricane that affected a lot of our farmers in this area. What are some issues that you're hearing from them?
Well, certainly we are working with a variety of different organizations within the state of Georgia to help our farmers. Within my division, we are just mostly trying to help them to expand upon what
Right.
they're doing. I mean, we're the workforce group. We are the ones who are working on economic development.
Absolutely.
So it's our goal to really help boost them up. And a unique thing that we've been hearing about more recently in rural counties is that farmers are opening up their farms for a fee, and these metro families who have never been on a farm, or at least have never picked up an egg or milked a cow.
Really?
The farmers are opening up for agritourism reasons. They're actually setting up lodging there on their farms, and people are paying them top dollar.
That's awesome.
They're booked for the next 6 months to even 12 months with the families coming in, and they say that they're getting paid for people to pick up the eggs that their chickens will lay. So it's
Wow.
been a great process.
And that's actually part of tourism too, when they're coming to
Absolutely.
their area, and then it's also helping them. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for the farmer.
Right, and within our department, we also have an international trade division. So we talk about how the companies within the rural counties can actually begin the exporting process, and we hook them up to
That's
our trade
awesome.
division. So part of our job as Rural Georgia Initiatives is to actually connect the resources that we have within the Department of Economic Development,
Right.
within the Department of Community Affairs, the Department of Ag. I mean, we bring all of the different state and federal agencies to the table and let these communities know how they can get help all over the state, and actually with the federal government also.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Miss Amy, you have provided awesome information today, and I just truly appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to interviewing you soon.
I look forward to it also.
Thank you.